What's good, 9197 gamers and YouTube? This is your boy Tyler 9197, Witcher 9197, Black Wolf 9197, or 9197. Back with another video for you guys, and this time I'm about to go ahead and talk to you guys about the DualShock 4 and how it won't be able to play PS5 games. However, you can play PS4 games on the PS5 with the DualShock 4. And to me personally, about this whole situation with it don't really bother me. I feel like, I don't know, to me it kind of makes sense. And here's my reasons why I feel like that makes sense. And then I know, and before that, I know a lot of people are kind of like upset about it, but when you guys really think about it, to me, I don't know, it makes kind of sense why they want to do this. Okay, the first thing first, I would say the obvious, the reason why PlayStation really don't want you to use the PS4 DualShock controller for the PS5 to play the PS5 games is just because, guys, let's be honest, it's literally a different control. I mean, first of all, it's a new console, plus they got a new controller, DualSense. Like look at this, guys. Like, I'm gonna use my Pro controller as a example. As think of this like the DualSense, and you know, this the PS4 controller. So, guys, when you look at it, just kind of think about it for a second. With the DualShock looks different than the DualSense. And with the DualSense, you gotta understand, like, with that controller, it's like it's meant for the console, it's meant for the games to play off that new product. It's like, to me, that's the obvious. Like really, when you think about Sony, Sony want your money. Sony wants you to buy all their product, all their new stuff. They don't want you to just use your old controller to use for the new console. To them, it don't really make sense. In a sense, I do understand where they're coming from, because it's like they got a whole new controller, a whole new console. It makes sense they want you to like use the new controller for the new console, not use not the other way around with the old controller for the new console. That's not how they want to do it. And then not only that, guys, you just gotta think about it. The way I view the DualShock 4, think of it like the way I can think with DualShock 4, guys, just kind of think about it like with the PS3, for example. And say like when PS4 came out, right? Thinking like that, you can't use a PS3 controller for the PS4, even though it is a DualShock, because like I said, it's a different controller. So with that being said, you can't use that old controller to play the new console. But I know it's like but I do kind of get where the people kind of talking about, because I mean, honestly, when you put the two together, the DualSense and the DualShock 4, they're basically similar. But you gotta understand, like, there's DualShock and there's DualSense. They changed it. They wanted more, like, you know, they more construct a controller, and they feel like that's just the best way to play it off their the PS5 games. But like, at the same time, I do understand where people are coming from as far as like why we can't use our DualShock 4, because I mean, especially you spend money on it, like a lot of money on your DualShock 4 controller. So I can understand where people kind of getting like upset about it. But to be honest, guys, it's like, it's Sony. You should know this by now. Like, they want your money, and plus, like, for them, it's like, why you want to use the old controllers? Use our new controller. And to be honest, to me, it makes sense. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it. Please write down below how you guys feel about it. But to me personally, it just makes sense. You know, I don't know, like, to me. And then, all right, guys. And for the second thing, at least I can say, guys, is like the reason why PlayStation did the way with the DualShock 4 to work on the PS5. Blah, 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 blah. You guys know what I'm trying to say. The reason why is because, obviously, guys, they want you to buy the DualSense controller. Do you guys understand that? Like you gotta understand, Sony wants you guys, us gamers, to buy the DualSense controller, because that's their new controller. They constructed a new controller, so they want our money to buy a new new controller from them. That's the reason. That's the main reason too, guys. Because just think about it, like, it would make more sense. You would think about it, like, because the DualSense and the PS4 controller are not that much different. The only thing that's different is like the PS4 controller had that touch pad, and then, you know, the lighting on the top but for the most part it's still similar. But at the same time, I guess with Sony, they just, I mean, like the main thing with Sony, they just want your money, guys. They build a new controller. They look at it like that, like, nah, guys, we gotta find a way how they can buy the DualSense. No, don't buy the PS4, buy the DualSense controller, because they just want you to play it like that. Like, you know, they just want you to buy the new product, which it makes sense. If they make an expensive console, they need all the money they can get, and that's where they're looking at. But I would say that, like, well, I mean, one thing I would say that at least on Xbox side, at least, or what I would give Xbox, at least regardless of the console, you still can use, like, regardless of the console, you still can use your Xbox One controller with the Series X, or, you know, you want to use PC, you can still do that. And then I don't know about the 360, guys. Let me know down below if you have a 360. Can you use 360 for the Xbox One? Because I mean, I have a 360, but I don't. But even before I had got rid of my Xbox One, I don't even remember if I could use the 360 controller off the Xbox One. I don't know. I can't remember. If you can, please let me know down below. But besides that, I would give that to Xbox in that sense. But then again, it makes sense for Xbox because Xbox, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it type thing. So they feel like, and plus, like I said, PC is big, especially when a lot of gamers, especially when it comes to Xbox games, they play off PC more than they play on the consoles. So it kind of makes sense in that like Xbox want to keep it all together more so than just kind of like, you know, like, okay, we made it for the controller for this console, the next console you can't use it. I mean, you can use it for only specific games and this and that. So yeah, besides all that, like, you guys got to understand, Sony just want the money, and that's it. And in their sense, business wise, it makes sense because, like, even though you spend a lot of money on your DualShock 4 controller, which I know this is very expensive, but they're looking at it like, well, you want to buy our new console, use our new controller that we made for you guys. But you gotta remember, buy our DualSense. Forget about DualShock, get DualSense, and that's what Sony's mindset is, guys. But to me, like I said, I'm okay with it. Be honest, I'm kind of ready for, I mean, the PS5, at least for the controller. Well, I'm definitely hyped for their new controller. Just for the, well, I wouldn't really say hype, but I am looking forward to their new controller, at least like how it feels and stuff in my hands. Because honestly, guys, like I said this before, I never liked the DualShock 4 controller. I never liked it because I feel like I'm crunching my hands like this when I play the DualShock. I don't like that feeling. I like how, like, the controller kind of reminds me kind of like the Xbox controller, and you know how it just got that nice feeling. Like that like I said, that DualShock 4, I don't really care for it, but I would say at least that, like, and like, in a sense, like I said, it's still playable, of course, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm able to still play my games, like, it's still playable, but, and I know they did, like, the Astro controller to make it a little more like Xbox, whatever, but still, the one thing I like about the PS5 DualSense is because it looks like an Xbox controller, but, you know, it's Sony twist, and I feel like the way it's shaped and stuff, that's more like my liking for a controller. And that's why, for me personally, it don't bother me. And plus, like I said, guys, you buy a new console, why you don't want to use their new controller, like their new controller for that console? To me, it makes sense. But like I said, you still can play the PS5, the PS4 games with the DualShock 4 controller, but you just can't play PS5 games. Which in a sense, I do get what y'all talking about. It's seeming a little bit stupid in a sense because you're like, why I can't play a PS5 game with a controller? But like I said, if Sony said like the controller is meant for, I mean, well, in a sense, I do get what you're talking about. It do seem a little stupid, but to me, honestly, I really don't care. I feel like I know you guys ain't buying a PS5 for the PS4 games. You know what I mean? So I mean, if they want to do a whole another controller for you to play this, get the good experience for the PS5 games. To me, that made more sense. I mean, like, you just gotta, and plus, it's like this. It ain't like you buying the console and not getting a controller. You know what I mean? Like, you still getting a controller when you buy the console. So it just, that's why I look at it like it shouldn't be that much an issue. But at least you know that, hey, you want to use your PS4 controller to play PS4 games. That's all it's good for. But I mean, honestly, who trying to really play PS4 games on the PS5 like heavy? Like, we want PS5 games, right? So I mean, and plus they got us a new controller, so they just want you to use the new controller. But I don't know. Me personally, like I said, I really don't care. I'm ready for the DualSense controller, have it in my hands and stuff. Whenever I do plan on even think about getting a PS5, whenever that happens. But like, yeah, for me personally, I'm cool with it. It doesn't matter. But please write down below, guys, what you really think. And I know, like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it was a kind of tongue twister talking with the DualShock 4, with the PS5, with all the 4s and the 5s and la la la, and the DualShock and DualSense. They all like here, there. Forgive me. But that's it, guys. That's it for the video. So please go ahead, hit the like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and follow me on my social media outlets, and hit the bell to get notification of my next video. Alright, guys, I love y'all. Peace. God bless y'all. 9197.